Hey everyone! Welcome back to the channel. Today, we've got something truly exciting to talk about. A coin that's generating a lot of buzz. The 2002 D1 cent coin. You might be wondering, a penny? Is it really worth millions? Stick around, because we're going to dive into its surprising value, history, and why it's attracting collectors from all over the world. Camera cuts to a close-up of the 2002 D penny. First things first, let's cover the basics. The 2002 D1 cent coin is a regular penny, minted at the Denver Mint in the United States. Most of these pennies are made of copper-plated zinc, and they have been produced every year for decades. So why is this particular coin generating so much interest? Well, it all boils down to a few factors. Let's take a quick look at the design. The obverse of the coin, the side with Abraham Lincoln's portrait, has been the same for many years. On the reverse side, we see the iconic Lincoln Memorial, which was used from 1959 to 2008 before being replaced with the Union Shield design. But here's the thing, there's something special about the 2002 D penny that has collectors on edge. So what makes the 2002 D penny stand out? It all started when some pennies were discovered to have a rare error. While most 2002 D pennies are simply mass-produced and are worth just 1 cent, a few have something unique about them, the infamous double die error. Here's the deal. The double die error happens during the minting process when the coin's design is struck more than once misaligned. This causes parts of the image to appear doubled, especially noticeable in areas like the date or the inscriptions. In this case, the 2002 and D mint mark on these pennies were struck twice, creating a dramatic double appearance. As you can see, if you compare a regular 2002 D penny to one with a double die error, the difference is night and day. This type of error, while rare, has been highly sought after by collectors for years, and when one of these double die pennies pops up on the market, it can command some serious attention. Now, let's get to the big question. How much is this rare 2002 D penny worth? Most people are probably thinking, it's just a penny, right? Well, not exactly. In fact, the value of a 2002 D double die penny has been known to reach staggering amounts, with some examples fetching upwards of $19 million. Yes, you heard that correctly, $19 million. That's because of the extreme rarity of the double die error. The more significant the error, the higher the value. In the world of coin collecting, there are very few examples of a 2002 D penny with such a dramatic double die error. As a result, these rare coins can be worth far more than their face value. Now, don't go running to your coin jar just yet. Not every 2002 D penny is worth millions. In fact, most of them are still just worth a penny. The ones that can fetch huge amounts are the ones with clearly visible, well-defined errors. So how do you know if you've got a 2002 D penny that could be worth big bucks? Well, it's all about the details. First, look closely at the date. If you notice any doubling or ghosting of the numbers, that's a red flag. Then check the mint mark D. If it looks doubled, that's another sign. Most double die errors show up on the digits in the date, and the D mint mark will be the clearest giveaway. But, and this is really important, you'll want to look for a strong, noticeable doubling. Minor errors or slight variations don't add significant value. Also, don't just check one side. The reverse side of the coin can sometimes reveal doubling too, though it's more common on the obverse. If you spot a penny that looks like this, you'll want to have it professionally appraised or certified by a grading service to confirm whether it's truly a double die error. Now, let's step back and take a brief look at the history of the 1 cent coin. The penny, as it's affectionately known, has been around for over 200 years, first introduced in 1793. Over the years, its design has undergone several changes, but it's always been an important part of the U.S. economy and daily life. Throughout its history, the 1-cent coin has featured several famous figures, from Lady Liberty to Abraham Lincoln, who has been on the penny since 1909. The design changes reflect the evolving culture and economy of America. And of course, as new coins are minted, errors sometimes slip through, which is why collectors are always on the lookout for rare and valuable pieces. Over the years, the penny has faced its share of controversy. Some argue that it should be discontinued, as it costs more to produce than it's worth. However, it remains a beloved symbol of American currency, and collectors will continue to hunt for those rare, valuable coins that slip through the cracks of the minting process. If you think you've got one of these rare 2002 double-die pennies, you might be wondering how to sell it. There are a few ways to go about it. The first step is to get your coin authenticated and graded. This is essential to establish its value. One popular grading service is the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, which will give your coin a grade based on its condition. Coins in mint condition with clear errors can command much higher prices. Once your coin is graded, you can list it for sale through auctions, online marketplaces, or through specialized coin dealers. Remember, the key to getting the highest price is to ensure the coin is genuine, in good condition, and that the error is clearly visible. You might not hit the $19 million jackpot, but you could still make a pretty penny, pun intended. So, to sum it up, while most 2002 pennies are worth just 1 cent, those with a rare double die error can be worth tens of thousands, or even millions of dollars, depending on the severity of the error and the coin's condition. So, the next time you come across a 2002 penny, take a closer look. You never know, it might just be your ticket to a small fortune. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell for more awesome coin-related content. See you next time! Next, if you love coins or just want to learn about what makes certain pennies worth millions, then you're in the right place. Today, we're talking about a fascinating piece of U.S. history, the 2007 1-cent coin. Is it really worth $20 million? Stick around because we're about to dive into its value, history, and what makes this penny so special. Let's start by getting familiar with the 2007 penny. This 1-cent coin was minted in Denver, hence the D mint mark. The 2007 penny is part of the series of coins that feature the classic Lincoln Memorial design on the reverse side. But what makes this specific coin interesting isn't the design, it's what happened to some of them during the minting process. On the obverse, you'll find Abraham Lincoln's portrait, just like every penny minted since 1909. The reverse side features the iconic Lincoln Memorial, which was used from 1959 until 2008. But this is where things get interesting, because some of the 2007 pennies feature an error that can make them incredibly valuable. So, what's the deal with the 2007 penny, and why is it generating so much excitement? It comes down to a rare minting error called a double die. This error happens when a coin is struck more than once by the die, resulting in a doubled image. For the 2007 penny, this error typically shows up in the date or the mint mark, which is the D located under Lincoln's shoulder. To spot a double die error, look closely at the numbers in the date. If you notice the 2007 or the D mint mark looking doubled, you might have a rare coin on your hands. This error isn't just a small variation, it's a strikingly clear double imprint, which makes these coins stand out among regular pennies. It's important to note that these errors don't happen to every 2007 penny. They're rare, and the more pronounced the doubling, the more valuable the coin can be. So, if you spot a 2007 penny with a noticeable doubling, you might want to get it checked by a professional. Now, let's get to the big question. How much can a 2007 penny with a double die error be worth? While most pennies from 2007 are worth just 1 cent, Those with a double die error can be worth big money. In fact, some of these coins have sold for staggering prices, in some cases, as much as $20 million. Yes, you heard that right, up to $20 million. But let's be clear, that price is reserved for the rarest examples in top condition, with clear doubling visible. The more distinct the doubling error, the higher the price. The value depends not only on the error itself but also on the coin's overall condition. The higher the grade, the more it's worth. However, it's important to remember that not every 2070 penny with a double die error is going to fetch millions. Most examples of these errors are worth a few $1,000s, especially if they have visible doubling but are in lower grades. The $20 million figure is reserved for the most well-preserved and dramatic examples. So how do you know if you have a valuable 2070 penny? Well, it's all about examining the details closely. The first thing to check is the date. The 2007 should be the first area to look for doubling. The double digits will be noticeable, often showing a ghost-like effect, where the numbers appear shifted or more than one set of outlines is visible. Check the mint mark D2. If the mint mark is doubled, you've got a good candidate for an error coin. Look closely for a second D or slight separation in the original mint mark. A clear, doubled mint mark is a strong indication that your coin is part of this rare error. It's also important to check both sides of the coin. While the doubling is most commonly found on the obverse, sometimes other parts of the coin can show slight errors as well. But remember, the doubling needs to be pronounced for the coin to be considered valuable. If it's a subtle error, it may not fetch a significant amount. Before we talk about how to sell your rare 2070 penny, let's take a quick step back and talk about the history of the 1-cent coin. The penny, or 1-cent piece, has been a staple of U.S. currency for over 2 centuries. It was first minted in 1793 and has undergone several design changes over the years. Through the years, the penny has featured many designs, from the iconic Liberty head to the Indian head, and of course, the Lincoln cent, which has been in use since 1909. Over the years, the U.S. Mint has produced billions of pennies, and while most are worth only their face value, some rare variations, like the 2007 double die error, are worth much more. The history of the penny is as rich and diverse as the history of America itself. From being a symbol of the nation's early days to becoming a subject of fascination for coin collectors, the 1-cent coin has captured the attention of people all over the world. Now that you know how to spot a 2070 penny with a double die error, you might be wondering, how do you sell it if you find one? Well, the first step is to get the coin authenticated and graded by a professional service like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, or the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS. This will help establish the coin's authenticity and grade, which directly affects its value. Once your coin is graded, you can look to sell it through a reputable auction house, online marketplace, or even directly to coin dealers. Auction houses like Heritage Auctions often deal with high-value coins, so they might be a good option if your coin is in exceptional condition. Keep in mind that the condition of the coin is incredibly important in determining its value. Coins in excellent condition, graded MS65 or higher, will be worth far more than coins in poor condition. If you think you've found a valuable 2070 penny, make sure to get it appraised before selling it. So there you have it. The 2070 1-cent coin with a double die error is definitely worth paying attention to. While most of these coins are worth just a penny, some of the rare double die errors can fetch prices as high as $20 million. So next time you're digging through your spare change, keep an eye out. You might just find a rare treasure. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon for more awesome coin-related content. See you next time. Today, we've got a super exciting topic that could turn your change jar into a gold mine. the 2001 cent coin. But wait, did you know that some of these pennies could be worth as much as $15 million? It sounds crazy, but it's true. Stick around to learn all about this rare coin, its history, and how you might be sitting on a small fortune without even knowing it. Let's start by taking a quick look at the basics. The 2001 cent coin is part of the regular circulation pennies minted by the U.S. Mint. Like all pennies minted after 1982, this one is primarily made of copper-plated zinc. The 2000 penny, like other coins from that time, features the portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, designed by Victor David Brenner. But the reverse side, which originally showed the Lincoln Memorial, was part of the last year it appeared on the penny before being replaced by the Union Shield design in 2010. On the 2000 penny, the obverse has the familiar portrait of Lincoln with the inscription "In God We Trust," and the reverse features the Lincoln Memorial, a design that had been in use since 1959. But here's the twist. Not all 2000 pennies are created equal. Some of them have rare, collectible errors that make them worth a lot more than their face value. Now you might be thinking, it's just a penny. What makes the 2000 coin so special? Well, there's actually a very rare and valuable error that can occur during the minting process. And if you happen to have a penny with this error, it could be worth huge money. In this case, we're talking about the famous double die error. This is when the die, the tool used to strike the design onto the coin, strikes the metal more than once, resulting in a doubled image. In the case of the 2000 penny, you'll notice the doubling most commonly in the digits of the date or the mint mark, sometimes both. When you look at a 2000 penny, the date 2000 might appear as if it's been struck twice. You'll see a ghost image of the numbers, especially in the 2 and the 0, that makes it clear this coin is not like your everyday penny. But what really makes these coins valuable is the degree of the error. The more pronounced the doubling, the higher the value. Now, let's talk about how much a 2000 penny with this rare error is worth. While the regular 2000 penny is worth, well, just 1 cent, some of the error versions can be worth thousands, or even millions of dollars. How is this possible? Well, these error coins are incredibly rare, and collectors are willing to pay top dollar for them. The price of a 2000 penny with a double die error can vary depending on its condition. But in some cases, they've sold for up to $15 million. That's right, one single penny could be worth a fortune, especially if it has a significant and noticeable double die error. These types of coins are highly sought after by collectors, and when a coin like this is found in excellent condition, the price can soar. Of course, not every 2000 penny with a double die error will be worth millions. But don't be discouraged. Even pennies with less dramatic errors can still be worth thousands of dollars if the doubling is clear enough and the coin is in good condition. So how do you know if you've got one of these valuable 2000 double die pennies? The first thing you'll want to do is examine the date. The doubling usually appears most noticeably in the 2000 digits. Look closely at the 2, 0, and 0 for any signs of doubling. A second image of the number will be visible just off to the side of the main one. Another place to check is the mint mark. If the D mint mark looks doubled, that's another sign that you might have a valuable coin on your hands. Keep in mind that the doubling should be noticeable and pronounced. Minor errors are not likely to bring in a significant value. Remember, the quality of the coin matters too. If the penny is worn down or heavily circulated, it won't fetch nearly as much as a well-preserved example. Coin collectors care about condition, so a coin in mint or near mint condition with a clear double die error will always be worth more. Now that we know what makes the 2000 penny so valuable, let's take a step back and explore the history of the US 1 cent coin. The penny has been around since 1793, and over the years, it has gone through numerous design changes. Initially, The penny featured Lady Liberty, and later, the Indian head design took over in 1859. In 1909, the famous Lincoln cent was introduced to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. This design, created by Victor David Brenner, has been in use ever since. The Lincoln Memorial was added to the reverse in 1959, and it remained there until 2008, when the Union Shield replaced it. Over the years, the penny has evolved, but one thing has remained constant. It's still the smallest and least valuable coin in circulation. But that hasn't stopped collectors from searching for rare versions, like the 2000 double die error penny, which holds a special place in numismatic history. So what do you do if you think you've found a rare 2000 penny with a double die error? The first thing you'll want to do is get the coin professionally authenticated and graded. The Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, and the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, are two of the most reputable organizations for grading coins. Grading services will evaluate the condition of your coin and provide a certification that can help determine its market value. The higher the grade, the more the coin is worth. Once your coin is graded, you can either sell it through a major auction house, online marketplaces, or a reputable coin dealer. Remember, you don't want to sell a rare coin like this to just anyone. Make sure you're dealing with a trusted professional who can help you get the best possible price for your find. So there you have it. The 2001 cent coin may look like just a regular penny, but with the right error, it could be worth millions. Keep an eye out for those double die errors, because you could be holding on to a small fortune without even realizing it. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell for more awesome coin-related content. See you next time.